Hey guys, I'm gonna share with you my training this weekend because it's flipping fun and you're gonna enjoy it. Ready? So let's dive in. I've been running on the trail about an hour and a half to get where I am now, and this is at the local Y. Well, local, it's about 8.5 miles away. So I don't have a video from on the trail, but here's what I'm gonna do. It's just kind of fun. I'm running 3 long runs, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today is Friday. It's gonna be noisy as they bring this thing back right here. Okay. Today's first day. It's going to be the least long day. So my goal is to get 20 hours of running over the next 3 days, training for the Tahoe 200 and getting the time in over 3 days. 20 hours, it seems like that's a lot of running, right? I've never done 3 long runs back to back to back. Now I'm getting over a little leg injury, so I want to keep the pace really easy and do lots of power hiking in there. But this one's fun. So I did an hour and a half to the gym. Now I'm going to go and jump in to the gym here. I was on the trail for an hour and a half, but now I'm going to jump in there, lift weights, do some stair climbing, do some upper body, do some kettlebell swings, do some squats, beat my quads up, and then get back on the trail and run back home another hour and a half. So I'll get about 4 to 5 hours in today, and then tomorrow's going to be a bigger day. I'll get 8, maybe even 10, but like 8 hours tomorrow, and then again on Sunday, something like that. Hey, I'm back on the trail now, woohoo! And here's what I did. It was pretty fun. I went into the gym and did just legs really for 40 minutes. I did some kettlebell swings to start off, and then some hex bar deadlifts, and then just squats all day, baby. Just squats, set after set after set after set. With not crazy weight, I put on, I think, 90 pounds on the bar, plus it was a really heavy bar, maybe a 45-pound bar, so 135. And I did a couple that was like 150. And just sets of whatever I felt like. Sometimes sets of 6 or 8, and then a bunch of 10. And then at the end, I did a couple sets of 12 and 15 just to like try to get the fatigue in there. And then just head out the door and boom, started running again. And the cool part was my legs felt all like jiggly and uncoordinated because of the squats. And that's what I want, right? So training for this ultra, it's nice and slow. It's even walking like I'm doing right now. And it's sneezing on the trail, yeah. And it's just busting up your legs and being out here for a long time. So I'm only a few hours into a 20-hour weekend, and the goal is going to be either 20 hours, which I might not hit because we'll see, or get 20 miles per day plus weightlifting. So I'm on track for that right now. Here's 10 miles to the gym and 10 miles back, with 40 minutes of weightlifting, and I'll probably do that 3 days in a row, maybe at different places. I'll see you guys on the next one, maybe for recovery, or at least on the next workout, and we'll do this journey together. Wow! It's morning of day 2, and I thought I'd get out really early, but I didn't because I wanted to sleep and then have my coffee and chill out because it's Saturday morning. You need to do that a little bit sometimes. So I'm about to head out on the run. I haven't eaten anything yet, so I'm gonna smash some bananas. Put 3 in there thus far, which is not enough at all. I'm gonna put in, I'm gonna have at least 5, maybe 6. Just blend them up, and that'll be my fuel. I always like to have a banana or a mango smoothie in the morning. It's a great way to just get hydrated, smash some good sugars, and I normally just pour it into one of these jugs and drink it with a straw. Try to protect my teeth a little bit too, but look at that, perfect. It's so perfect. It's like, I feel like I'm in alignment anytime I make a smoothie because it always comes out perfectly to the top of my mason jar. Heading back to the gym here. And as soon as I step into the gym, I'm doing some weightlifting again today. So this is day number 2 of weightlifting. And I didn't film everything here for you guys. I did some kettlebell swings and I did some hex bar deadlifts, but then I just did a lot of squats. So yesterday I did heavier squats. Today I was doing slightly less heavy squats and more reps. I did a bunch like this, kind of down to 90 degrees. And then before I left, I did a few where I got my butt all the way down on the ground and did them through a full range of motion. And I'll tell you, that was pretty tough. But I really like beating up my quads like this. And I'm getting a lot out of it. Yesterday was an eye-opener. It was the first time I'd ever done it, and then today was the second time that I did this. And then in between sets, I normally kind of just walk around and do some other kind of exercise. And just for fun, I really like doing pull-ups. I'd done a bunch of pull-ups already today, and I crank out sets of like 5 to 7 normally. And I just basically did that. I alternated squats, pull-ups, squats, pull-ups. I just did that all day until hitting the trail again. "25 minutes of weightlifting today, a little bit less than yesterday. Yesterday was 40 minutes. Hey, I am back on the trail after lifting weights, and I'm only less than 2 miles in, and I'm going really slow because here's what happens. When I was at the gym, I was feeling good because by the time I left, I was only a couple hours into the workout. So still feeling good, and I thought about getting some food while I was in the area because I could have bought some food, and I have some food in my pack here, dates, fruit packets, things like that. And I thought, I've got enough food. I feel fine, and my belly's actually full because I ate a bunch of dates, right? And now I'm starting to feel lightheaded and like I'm gonna crash, which is good because it's a stimulus for my body to conserve sugar, and I need to get used to this feeling, the bonking feeling, right? I need to get used to that for a 200-mile race, right? But the beauty of this is that I'm not scared of it, not scared of the bonk, because I experience it in training, and I know that I'm going to be okay. So but here's the training effect, right? So my brain's not working super well right now. I'm going to eat a little bit, but I was probably feeling fine when I got to the gym because I had only been running easy. But then after lifting weights, what does that do? It's like you don't burn fat when you're lifting weights. You use sugar because it's a power exercise, right? Strength and power. So what I did was conserve my sugar by running easy, and then got to the gym and then blast through all my sugar. So I'm hitting the wall not because of running. I'm hitting the wall right now because of doing power exercises. So here's my strategy, is just go easy for a mile or two, power hike and easy jog, and eat some food, get that sugar back up, metabolize some fat, get some glycogen broken down into glucose, feed my body, feed my brain, and then get back at it for another couple hours. See you guys on the other side. 5 whole minutes later. Okay, I lied. It's horrible. Bonking feels really bad because all I can think about is food. But again, it's good training. So I just talked to you guys a mile or two ago, and here's the plan now. It's to attain some food. Hey, and there's 2 ways that I have to do this. I just ate a bunch of the food that I have in my pack to just get that boost, but now I know I'm gonna run out because I wanna be out for like 4 more hours, right? So I'm gonna hit a road up here, and one of 2 things is gonna happen. Either my awesome girlfriend's gonna come meet me and we're gonna eat some mangoes at a river together and then continue on, or I'm just gonna hit the road and go find a store, the grocery store or something, and get something, eat that and continue on the way. But it's still good training, right? To just go through this feeling and keep moving forward. And you know what? Running doesn't hurt more than walking. So I walk a little bit to feel good and then just keep running again. So I'm gonna hang up here and continue on running. And oftentimes when you're hitting the wall, if you just keep running, don't necessarily pick up the pace, but run conservatively, but just focus on your breathing. The more oxygen you have, the more fat you'll metabolize, and you'll get back out of that like calorie debt eventually. You need time. You need some time, and you need oxygen. That's what you need. So that's why you kind of slow down when you hit the wall, is because it's not that your muscles can't do it, it's that you require more oxygen per given distance. And guess what? When you go slower, you get more breaths, more oxygen per given distance. And that's why going slower helps. But as long as you go pretty conservative, focus on your breathing, relax, it passes. That's like the beauty of ultra running, right? Is that in a marathon, if you blow up, you kind of just push hard to the finish and you die. But in an ultra, you just relax a little, and the low that you're in goes away. It's guaranteed. If given enough time, you keep running, a low will turn back into a high, and vice versa. And training for a 200 miler, this is going to be probably over 3 consecutive days of running. And so lots of times for ups and downs. I'm back, baby. So I'm at 4.5 miles after leaving the gym. So I'm at about 13 miles or so right now. And it was just about 30 minutes ago that I made that other video talking to you guys about bonking, and I'm completely out of it now. I feel great, clear-headed, energy in my body. So what I did was eat 450 calories. That helped. I walked about 1.5 miles. That helped. And whatever, an hour went by, and that helped. And so I'm back up top now. A good thing, because there was no aid down there. I had to turn around because my girlfriend's feeling sick. So I told her, stay home. Just stay home and take care of yourself, which means I'm running all the way back home, which I hadn't planned to do. So I got about 13 miles to go. And so I didn't get a refuel with food, but that's quite all right, because I feel like $1,000,000 now, and I'll have one other chance to get food back at the gym when I get back there if I want. So I'm just gonna enjoy the next couple miles until I have that choice to make. And things always work out. They always work out for you. So even in a training run, even in a race, when you feel good, great. When you feel like shit, great, because it's an opportunity for something, for a different kind of experience, for growth, for whatever it is. It's up to you. But you know, Courtney Dauwalter talks about this. She talks about the pain cave, right? That's kind of her term. And when you get into it, you gotta just like get comfortable with the pain cave. Again, what's up, man? We saw that guy on the way out too. All right. Whoa, what a run. Got home and got in 24 miles today with about half an hour or so of lifting weights in the middle there. So I'm pretty tired. I felt good the whole way back, but now that I'm home and showered, it's like, got to focus on recovery. So focusing on recovery, here's what it looks like. I'm gonna watch a documentary on SpaceX. I'm gonna eat all these mangoes, and this is not enough calories. I figure I still need about at least 2,000 calories today, which is 20 mangoes, approximately. More, it's 25. And I'm not gonna be able to eat 25 mangoes today. So I'm starting off with 8, and my goal is to maybe get about 12 in, and then see what happens from there. Maybe I'll be full, but it's about eating, and it's about sleeping, and it's about stopping, you know? So I was gonna come back and even work some, and I'm like, I tell myself, focus right now is on training, at least right now, on the weekend, you know? I worked this morning, I worked last night after my run, and it's like, you gotta stop and focus on this right now. And part of the training is focusing on recovery. So if I were to work right now or try to do something or go see my girlfriend right now who's feeling kind of sick, it's best for us both to just relax and sleep and eat and take care of ourselves. Because the truth is that if I don't eat fruit and if I don't sleep, I'm not going to be able to train tomorrow. I'll either be hurt, I'll be too tired, I will lack motivation, or it just won't work out. So now is the part where you got to recover. And this is a micro recovery because I'm in between workouts right now. But if so I've done about 43 miles or so in the last 2 days, maybe a little less, 41, 42 miles in the last 2 days. All in the mountains, all on trail with a bunch of weightlifting thrown in there. And if I want a chance of going for a record, which is 3 long runs in a row, right? I got to take care of myself. So that's what I'm doing. And whatever that means, I'm going to, I need the calories. So I'm going to eat as healthy as possible, right? Fruit, baby. But if I feel like I need like some cooked potatoes or something like that later, Honestly, I'm feeling too lazy. It's just gonna be fruit. And if I need more after this, I'll get a smoothie or something like that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a good night.
Stepping like a weapon on the field to get some. On the real, we appear to get gone. Victory is ours, bring the chip home. Galactic, and I'm looking to get more. Raise it up, seen but you don't know. Running like the blood, pumping from the pressure of adrenaline rush. We crush whatever we touch. Where you been, yo? Everyone know. And if you still don't get it, let it chill for a minute. Time is money, and trust me, man, I'm all business. And if you want something done, do yourself to get it finished. Wake up, victory's mine. On top, still on the grind. Gotta go get it right now. Holla at me if you're with me. It's time.
I think the stars above, I know that we're gon' make it.
It'll take what we got, we gon' make it. Show the world that I shine in our greatness. Keep it real, never go
Welcome
fake
to
this.
day 3.
Make it, till we make it.
Same guy, different shirt. That's the only way you'll be able to tell. And let's see, I am 5.36 miles in to day 3, and I'm feeling better today than on day 1 and day 2. Isn't that interesting? You think that after 2 long runs in a row, you'd be tired. I feel better. Why? I mean, I don't know. But it's not because I physically feel better. If I tried to run fast right now, I'd probably be gassed. I don't know, not gonna try. But even when I was, my first couple miles when I was warming up, my legs felt kind of tight. Only a little, I'm nice and warmed up now. But I'm feeling better because I've relaxed. I'm just in it, you know? Let's say you go out for a 10-mile run. Maybe your first mile or two, you're kind of thinking about this or that, and you're not really there. And maybe by the time you get to 7 or 8, you're like in it, you're in the flow, you're relaxed. Well, my brain's been going on fire for like 2 weeks. I won't even tell you how much I'm working right now because it would sound, you wouldn't believe it. But it's basically every waking hour, aside from 1 hour of wind down before bed. And so, hey. It took me this long. It took me 3 days to get into that nice chill mode because my brain's just turned on, you know? But now the birds are singing. Either the birds weren't out the last 2 days or I didn't notice it. Because there was like noise, you know? But you get to, when you run a lot, you strip away all that nonsense and the noise. Hopefully. And then you can get into more of a state of flow. Now you can get into a state of flow other ways too, but when you're running really slow, you know, if you're running a tempo run or a 5K race, you can get into that flow right off the gun. And you can do it at any point, but I'm just saying that when your brain is going, when your mind is going all the time, all day, it may take a little bit of time. So, but I just want this to be a lesson, right? That maybe you can take away is that maybe you need to, I don't know, maybe you need to slow it down and just spend more time with yourself, connecting, right? This is one of the reasons why people run is, I hear this a lot. You get love and connection with yourself, with your creator, with nature. That's why I love running on the trails. I don't do the road. See this trail behind me? This is a 1,000-mile long trail that connects from the Smoky Mountains out to the ocean. I'm heading towards the ocean right now, which is still about 700 miles away. Maybe 800. So who knows? Maybe I'm full of it, and maybe at mile 15 or 20 or 25 or whatever, I'm hurting. But right now I feel pretty good. So I'll see you guys maybe at the end of this run, or if anything significant happens, and talk to you soon. My camera was off. I just filmed a bear on the trail. And then when I hit stop on the video, it started the video. So I missed him. I doubt we're gonna see him again. There's a bear right in here. I'm gonna keep the camera on for a second just in case we can catch him. I just saw him again. He's right up on the top of this trail. I just saw him. I thought he'd be gone, but he's just running down the trail. I don't want to scare him, but he's just on the trail. He was right here, as I turn the camera on. There he is. I can see him. He's right up there. Look. You can see him. He's right there. You can hear him. All right, I'm at about mile 14 on day 3. So I'm approaching, getting close to 60 miles for the weekend. And all in the mountains, all up and down on trails. So the biggest challenge has been just keeping up with calories. And I eat almost completely raw fruit for my diet. I have about 20 pieces of fruit per day, but today, ice cream. It's plant-based ice cream. And I'm not necessarily like proud of it. But what am I gonna do? You know, I need more calories. I got about 10 miles to go till I'm home. I can make it and then eat the fruit when I'm home. But what I find happens is that it's just, I'm in such a calorie deficit by the time I get home that I would need to eat an additional like 30 pieces of fruit, and it's already like 5 p.m. and I just don't have the time to get in as many calories. So there's other ways to do this. Like last night I supplemented with some rice. I cooked some brown rice and just had rice. But hey, whatever. It's coconut milk ice cream. And then they had a chocolate sauce that was vegan. I checked it out, and they had a couple of toppings that were like chocolatey toppings that were vegan. So I just got one to try it out, see what happens. Is cool me down, give me some calories, mostly from carbohydrate, and we'll test it out. So I'm gonna walk and eat this as I'm on my way back up to the trail, and then hit the trail and about 10 miles home. And you know, I believe that if I get enough calories in right now, that I can just keep going. So I may even add on some more. We'll see. And that's all she wrote. Right here is where I made that Facebook Live for you guys this morning, about 5 hours ago. Let's see, 22.22. So I'm gonna stop the watch there. And it's time to enjoy the end of the weekend. I will catch up with you guys after eat some food, take a shower, and we'll kind of recap. So the weekend is done, and that running was the most I've ever done in a weekend aside from racing. You know, I've never done back-to-back long run, and I don't know if you ever have. Long runs are normally the kind of run that a lot of runners just really gravitate towards and that they really like and look forward to doing the most. And so what a privilege it is to just be able to do 2 of them in a row and then 3 of them in a row. So that I finished that on Sunday. Today is now Tuesday, and I'm wrapping this up for you guys here. I wanted to be able to get some recovery in and see how I felt. So I did run on Monday and just 2 miles, and I was kind of tired. I did run today, and I ran about 7 miles today and kind of tired. So there is some lingering fatigue, but I recommend doing this, you know, for aerobic development. So for what I'm training for here for a 200 miler, it really makes sense to have the time on the feet and be on the terrain and be going at a really slow pace that's specific for the race that I'm gonna be doing. And if you're going for an ultra or a first time marathon or going for like your first 100 or anything like that, I recommend trying this out and getting some time on your feet over multiple days. And really the best part of this was not just that it was fun, but there were other components, not just going out for the run, but then the sleep and the diet and the recovery between was really something I had to focus on. Not that there was much time for anything else. I basically came home and then just ate until I felt like going to bed and went to bed. And it was really fun. I can't wait to do it again. In 2 weeks, I'm gonna do this again, and I'm gonna go for even bigger time on feet, much bigger. I'm probably gonna go 10 hours per day for 3 days or something like that. But I don't know. I'm feeling pretty confident right now, and we'll see what training holds for us in the future. Lake Tahoe 200 is coming up in about 6 weeks, and 6 weeks and 2 days. I'm looking forward to that, and I will see you guys on our next recap training video or whatever we end up doing in this group again. Thanks for watching, and have a great week.